My father is a Marathi, but he loves Hindi and Urdu, and he told me about Munshi Premchand many times. But I never wanted to read sad stories. Then we read the story Eidgah in our English class. This story is also about poor people, but it is not a sad story. The boy Hamid is not only very caring about his grandma, but also very smart. So the kids, who had a lot more money than him, end up feeling jealous of Hamid. Now I have understood that Premchand does not only show the evils of our society, but he also shows the people overcoming their problems. I think that makes him a great writer. This summer, when I got a new book of Premchand's stories in English translation, I could not stop reading it. I got really angry when I read Uski Raat, in which, because of Halko's laziness, his faithful dog, Jabra, dies. I love animals and I do not like when any animal dies. But in another story, the tale of two oxen, Moti and Hira, finally managed to escape from the butcher and return to their loving old master. The two had suffered a lot of cruelty and torture, but in the end, they saved themselves. Namak Ka Daroga was a surprising story because the character who was acting like a villain in the beginning later became the mentor of the hero. Munshi Premchand is most famous for his novels and stories like Godan, Gaban, Shatranj Ke Khiladi, Sadgati, etc. But he has also written a lot for his children. From his childhood, Premchand had a hard life. His mom died when he was young. He didn't have money to buy storybooks and he loved storybooks, so he would read at some street bookseller. After finishing school, Premchand could not afford to pay college fees and had to discontinue his studies. He started working as a home tutor for the fee of rupees 5 per month only. Then luckily he found a job as a school teacher. All his life, Premchand struggled for money, but he always remained an idealist and a patriot. In 1921, Premchand heard Gandhiji's speech about resigning from government jobs as the part of a non-cooperation movement. Premchand was then the deputy inspector of schools. Inspired by Gandhiji, he gave up his job. Premchand's stories started getting published from 1903. His last novel was Godan was published in 1936. It is considered his best novel and as one of the finest novels in Hindi language. He is also famous for his short stories like Kafan and Sadgati. But personally, I did not like this story Kafan. Munshi Premchand was the first author in Hindi who wrote in a realistic style. By reading his story, we can easily understand what India was like during the British rule. Unlike other 19th and 20th century authors like Ravindranath Tagore, Premchand was not that well known outside India, probably because of the absence of good translations of his work during his lifetime. But in India, he is still very popular, and most of Premchand's writing are still very relevant in India. Every day in the news, we see that our country still has so much of poverty, so many problems of the caste system, and so on. Other than the books, we can find some of Premchand's stories as films. Mrinal Sen made Oka Uri Katha. Satyajit Ray made Sadgati and Shatranj Ki Khiladi. Gulzar made a TV series, Tehreer Munshi Premchand Ki several stories. Great writers are always a source of inspiration for others. I recently read a story, Premchand Ke Fate Jute by Harishankar Parsahi. The story is about one of Premchand's real photographs in which his shoes are torn and one of his toes is peeking out of a hole. Harishankar Parsahi explains how Premchand lived simply and honestly and did not show off a bit. Parsai also says that if there is a stone in the middle of the road, people like us walk past it. But someone like Munshi Premchand would kick the stone out of the path so that no one else would get hurt. And probably that is how his shoe got torn. So there is much we can learn from Premchand's own life as well as from his writings. Thank you.